I hope you're doing well. I was watering and going to give you an update on my Crassula here that I got a while back that was supposed to be a Buddhist temple and wasn't. And then when I went to give it some water and have an update here, I got more than I bargained for. So I guess I'll show you all of it. First, I'll start with my update. It definitely is not a Buddhist temple. The consensus has been that it's maybe a pagoda or an Estagnol. It looks like a cross between the two, so maybe it's a hybrid between those two or something. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, I have it in gritty mix here, and it's been quite dry, and I figured it was probably needing a drink. And when I went to check it, which I ended up pulling everything up, but basically the roots detached from the two clusters and everything's just been dying back. So I pulled it out for like a day, and it's been drying off, and so everything is looking dry and crispy now. But this black is just slowly creeping up the stem and dying, and I don't know. It's obviously something that was going on from the beginning. It's not rot from being overwatered or anything like that. It's been very dry. I think I watered it once since I got it, but it's been in gritty mix, which is pretty much impossible to overwater anyways. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. But anyways, as far as the plant itself, the seller actually randomly, or unexpectedly, I should say, not randomly, unexpectedly sent me a refund and a message, a really sweet message saying, hey, I got complaints from several other growers as well, and it apparently isn't Buddhist temple. She said she'd never grown Buddhist temple before, and this vendor that she purchased these from has been good in the past, and so she just trusted them, which is understandable. But that she's gone back and spoken to them, and she's like, well, I'm not going to purchase anything from that vendor that I'm not 100% sure is what it is. I just trusted them, but she said I'm a really small business and I don't want to have anyone unhappy, and so I'm just going to refund everyone, which was super, super nice because I didn't ask for a refund. Although I was disappointed and bummed, I didn't ask for a refund, so that was super nice of her. But anyways, it has nothing to do with her, but whatever happened to these guys, obviously, I don't know if this is like a common thing that happens with some types of crassulas or something, but I haven't ever had one do this. I have had other succulents do this exact same thing, and it's always some kind of a systemic fungal or viral something. So what I'm going to do is cut all of the dark spots off, peel everything that's, crunchy or mushy away, and let them harden off for a day or two. This one is the only one that's still attached to its root system, and I think it's actually still viable and good. It looks like it's, there we go. There, you can get focus on the white hairs there. It looks like it's getting new growth, and this one may actually be fine. The dieback on this one is just, I think, just from lack of water, which is what I expected to find on all of them, just this kind of brown, a few brown shriveled things, which it's hard to tell on this because so much of the roots just broke off when I was trying to pull them up right before I made the video. Actually, it's been a couple days now. I pulled them up to let them dry out a little bit, but I didn't feel well enough to make a video that day. And so, but the roots were just all, I don't know if this will focus here. Yeah. But this looks like moldy, even though it's dry now because it's been out. So I'm just gonna cut all of the dark part off, and I may end up suspending these guys over some water to try and root them because I really don't want to rot them, but I also don't know that I'll be able to keep enough water on them to keep them from completely dying in gritty mix or something like this. But this guy I think I'm going to put in a pumice mixture that holds just a little bit more water, and water him probably with some peroxide solution just for kicks and giggles, and we will see if he continues to progress. There were 3 clusters that I bought, and this one's the only one that has the roots attached still. Both of these just completely died off, and even the side shoots, like they just keep shriveling and getting, like this one's mushy almost, and it should be just dry. So yeah, I don't know what's happening with these guys, but I figured I'd show you, and we will give an update and see if cutting it all off and rerouting was the trick, or if these guys were just a goner. Either way, you know, she refunded me, so I'm not complaining in the slightest. If I can resurrect these guys and have a different variety that I wasn't planning on, yay. And if not, well, that's okay. But the tops still look pretty viable, and since this one isn't infected yet, I'm kind of hopeful. But there we have it. So I'm still really curious what these are. This particular column here really looks like a pagoda to me. And it's even almost getting that kind of icy, not icy, but a different coloration. When they came, they were really, really bright green, which I suspected that they were etiolated, and so now they've been in really good light and had a lot of sun, and they're kind of getting a little more grayish, a whitish almost coating, which is pretty typical on a lot of the pagoda varieties that I've seen. But the Estagnol are more of a bright, vibrant green, and all of the offshoots definitely looked more like that at the time when they came. And several people that know more about Crassula than I do said, I think it's an Estagnol, but which was definitely one I was considering also, but I don't know. I think it may be some kind of a hybrid between the two that looks, you know, similar to Buddha's Temple and can kind of pass off for it sometimes. But anyways, it's all interesting to find out new things, and we'll see if I can save these guys. We'll see how they continue to grow, and hopefully when they grow and bloom, maybe that'll tell us a little bit more about exactly which variety they are. But anyways, that is it for today. I am going to let you guys go. I will give you an update on this guy after a while, and I will talk to you soon, and happy growing!